What do you think about passive euthanasia, as it were, doctor?
As a matter of fact, this decision is made uh, in innumerable clinical situations right across the country, right away now by the medical profession. So the guidelines of the Supreme Court and the new guidelines which were put up in the public domain by the Government of India, as well as the new action of Karnataka, is to regulate that. The new issue that is being developed is the organ donation, and organ donation is being promoted across the country. So then the motive of the doctors have been questioned, the hospitals have been questioned. So there are doubts have arisen in the minds of the people, those relatives, whether this is being done for another purpose. So
Dr.
the
Asokan,
directive of the
yeah,
Supreme
okay,
Court
yeah.
is
Of
in
course,
this
it's
regard
yeah.
to
If
regulate
it's
it.
yes, it's to regulate it. I think because if the apex court has put its trust and stamp on it, then of course. But I want to ask you two things, Dr. Asokan. Should this not be seen through the prism of religious beliefs also? For instance, Buddhism or Hinduism. What I understand is, in which it can be regarded as sin. Who am I to take away the life, if I am a relative, of a relative, close relative, let's say? Or, I mean, how do I do this? I mean, it's upon individual choices, right? I may want to keep X relative alive, although he or she is 90 years old and there is no scope, and say I am not withdrawing it. The thing is that from the religious prism, how does it work, Dr. Asokan? And also, second question, Dr. Asokan, the onus, they say if you don't have relatives, if you don't have a will, then the doctor will decide. But the doctors are always trying to save lives. No, even last minute you will give me an injection to say, may she live. Please answer these questions, doctor.
Yeah, regarding the religious belief, there is actually the advanced directive, living will, provides for this. You can say that don't support me, if my life has to be has to pass away. It has to be that way. That is a living where I don't think the advanced medical care has made ventilators and ECMOs have made life possible beyond a certain state.
But what about the doctor
So
deciding if you don't have a will or a relative? Do you think that,
the
yeah? You are going
that is a
against,
rare case.
won't you be going
Normally,
against the Hippocratic oath where you say, I will save every life?
exactly, but there is a balancing between that saving of life and keeping a person in a vegetative state. So
Okay,
there is a discipline called medical prognostication.
okay.
What is the fair chance of living this patient, and what is the chance of this patient being in a vegetative state and passing away after 2 or 3 years?
All right.